Hey, good morning. Welcome into the channel. Super happy to have you here always. Thank you for joining me. I am Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to be looking at your energy for the day through the astrology, tarot, channeled messages. So let's see what comes through. I hope that things are moving okay for you. When I'm recording, these messages are always timeless. Side note, I don't know why I'm picking my deck. Hold on. Yeah, but whenever you find them, the messages are timeless. Use your discernment, right? When I'm recording, we're just coming off of a full moon in Aries, and we're still feeling the reverberations of that intense energy, etc. Today, we're dealing a lot with our feelings and emotions around what we've been through, what we've been experiencing, the relationships, the dynamics that are in front of us, how they have been benefiting or hindering us in our life, what we're choosing to do, the success that we're trying to find within oneself. So, and it feels a little heavy, right? Like, today it's not the worst. There's not loads of tension in the astrology. At the same time, like I said, there's a lot of reflection on how these things have fared for you, what it makes you feel about yourself and about your life, about what you're able to have and achieve. So we will start with an energy cleansing always. Set the tone, set the vibe for the reading. A little blessing for you, blessing for me. It's also a really good time to set your own intention as well. It's a great way to personalize these collective readings. I also do personal readings, tarot, astrology, mediumship, and also energy healing. Sorry, I had to think for a minute. Energy healing and wellness consultation. So just like a grounding, a regrounding, rebalancing of the mind, body, soul. Definitely reach out. All that info's in the description box below if you're interested. I would love to support in whatever way you need. All right, so we will get into this. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Release it from our beings. Help us to understand what we need to learn to grow, and help me to be a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama Love. All right, let's get into it. Such a great way to start, do a little grounding exercise. We kind of need it right now because there is a lot shifting. We're watching Pluto move into a new sign the first time in like 15 years. So it really signifies ending of cycles. And there's this opportunity, like I was saying, to be in more alignment with what you want, how you want your life to look. That proverbial success that you would like to achieve. And, all right. Half the deck fell out to release. So yeah, releasing, letting go. It's difficult to do. We feel a certain kind of way around that. And it's hard because there's this limbo, like we're in this limbo where we're not seeing a lot of new opportunities or things that we're trying to go after, things we're trying to make happen. We're not seeing those come in quite yet. And that can feel a little defeating, or also questioning whether or not it's actually working in our favor. Thankfully, Jupiter is harmoniously aspected to Chiron today, 100%. So there is this value of looking at what you chain yourself to, what you bind yourself to. the thing that is keeping you from that success, from feeling more fulfilled. It's something that doesn't feel good, right? It's something that does put you in that space of limitation and not feeling great about yourself. Maybe it feels great for a minute, but when all is said and done and you're in that space of stillness, it does not feel so great. I'm also hearing that you're getting some peace after a time of a lot of turmoil, a lot of frustration. Like I said, something that was very consuming for you, all consuming. Something that maybe you were giving your power away to. Maybe you didn't even realize that you were doing it. It was inadvertent. But you gave it so much of your time, your energy, your control. Excuse me. And I do see you actively walking away from that. There's more progress. I do these readings every day. So there's a little more progress each day in the collective. But I feel like maybe you feel a little bit uncomfortable right now because there is this void, so to speak, or an emptiness that needs to be filled. Not that you feel empty, but what the drama, the chaos, what was once filling your need, your attention, it doesn't exist anymore, right? So you actually have a little more space, a little more opportunity to play with certain ideas, certain thoughts, how things look, etc. Excuse me. Let me just take a sip. Thank you. Ooh. Because there is more of a need to ground this earth principle. Staying stable, staying focused. Ayurveda looks at the best way to do this is have like a consistent daily routine. Do the same things every day. Have a morning routine. Really ease into your day. Allow yourself to be nourished. Go out, do what you have to do, but make sure you're not overexerting, finding that balance between activity and rest. And then coming home and easing into rest, into sleep. And that's really such a beautiful way to stabilize our energy. It's like one of the easiest and best ways. I mean, maybe not because life is so crazy and busy now, etc. But it also helps us maximize our time. So places where maybe you feel you could not have dreamed this dream, now you have a little bit more space, a little more opportunity to do so. There is some lingering fear as to what this is going to look like moving forward. Has this really closed out quite yet? Mars wants to see a little bit more action, right? Yeah, I just split to Empress and Seven of Cups. So you're vibing in this really powerful energy today. You have a lot of options in front of you, but the whole story with the Seven of Cups is there's both good and bad things, you know? There's things that are going to be better for us and like maybe not so good, you know? Maybe kind of take us down a path that we don't want to go, i.e. this Knight of Wands who pops out all the time in our readings. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, that fire energy I was talking about. Something or someone who doesn't want to lose connection with you, is afraid, but also wants the control at the same time. Five of Cups, Eight of Wands, they want to communicate. They're disappointed about how things have played out. And I do feel like also heavily attached to this Damien. We've been seeing the Knight of Wands on the regular, like literally. Go back, watch the videos if you want. And it's something that's holding you down. It's something that, like I said, that you are giving control to, believing that it is connected to your happiness when in fact it is not. And I do feel like this is someone specific that is playing at that or wants to make your happiness with them, the stillness, getting a little bit of quietness, rest, reprieve, is giving you the opportunity to really think about and focus on what you want. Thus, what will actually bring you this happiness and fulfillment? Because yes, like decisions have to be made. Decisions are going to have to be made eventually. And Spirit's giving you time, space to really think through what that Nine of Cups looks like for you. What is your wish fulfillment? But you do have to be a little bit more balanced right now, because I even feel like maybe if you like thought of a game plan, I don't know that it would really resonate in a week or two. Maybe you do need to give yourself just space and time and reprieve to just think things through, cultivating a little stillness and silence for yourself today. Because Mercury is in Scorpio, and I like this energy. I was hearing before I was starting the reading, it's all about like connecting with what we desire, with what we kind of like, whether it's doing some research, gathering some information, looking for that job, looking for, you know, the things that you need to know in order to take it to the next step. It's a really good day to do that. And therefore connecting with what we desire. We're still in the full moon energy. It's been a couple days, but we're still in that kind of like amplified, bringing in the manifestations, making sure that you're not fixating on the things that are just, you know, it's bad behavior, I guess, is what I guess. No, that's what I'm hearing, I promise. It's bad behavior. It's bad behavior. And really what you're working on, yes, 100%, is this grounding and stability. Is this ability to feel a little bit more settled within yourself and happiness within your home. And I feel like this is the thing that you need to see clearly, because that's going to, like I said earlier, it's maximum efficiency, minimum effort. Like, you're able to amplify what you're able to accomplish when you slow down. It's the weirdest thing, but it works. I promise. This balance of activity and rest. You're giving your body what it needs. It's like a refueling, you know? And then you can go out and achieve what you want. All right, let me see. Okay, yeah, so this is about your own success and victory today. This is about you focusing on you and not getting so caught up in like what's going on around you. Like I said, stability and support is in focus. What makes your home a happy home? Like, what makes you feel happy and fulfilled and stable and a good foundation? It's like your safe space, right? Our home is our safe space. And when we give our power away to people and to situations that don't want us to have those safe spaces, want to manipulate, want us to make decisions that don't really align with what you really want, then that's where, you know, you really do have to put your own wants and needs forward, because that is actually what's bringing in this stability. Blocking out the noise is what I keep hearing. I mean, obviously, because we have the stillness card. But I feel like this person is watching you. This situation is watching you. They're watching you do this. They don't know what to make of it. Maybe, yeah, I mean, they're not liking it because it's you not appeasing them any longer. It's challenging them, and I think it's actually really hard for them. I mean, it's forcing them to show up or connect with you in a different way. It's forcing them to change how they are doing things, and that's very hard for them because, you know, it's like someone biting their tongue. It takes so much energy, so much effort just to not say that thing or whatever, be an asshole or whatever. And because that's their nature. Their nature is to control. They don't play well with other people. They don't play nicely, is what I heard. And it feels like this is something you've been attached to for a while, or you've given it a lot of power. And that's where Venus is contra-parallel to Mars as well as Jupiter. And she's in opposition to Uranus. So she's really struggling. So there's that feeling inside of us that's really going to struggle with like giving up some of these patternings, right? Giving up people, giving away our control, our power, and how certain dynamics, relationship dynamics are playing that out for us, for our wounding. It's the stuff that's challenging us to grow and evolve, to be better, to know that we do have the power and control. And if, you know, whatever this person is saying or doing, it's in that way to control you. It's in that way to manipulate or get you to think it's one way when in fact it's another. Yeah. So being that queen, being diplomatic, determination, sacrifice. So I see this as the Queen of Swords, that ability to really just kind of cut through the BS, being able to see, sense, and feel very clearly, waiting, listening, watching, and then making your decision, and knowing that there might be sacrifices that have to be made. Not getting too haughty is what I'm hearing, right? Because the Emperor definitely can be pretty arrogant, and if given enough power, he can abuse it, use it to his advantage, you know, cultivate circumstances that, like, you know, he ends up ultimately falling from grace is what I'm hearing. And that's what you're transitioning out of and away from. And so you do have to have this mental strength, mental clarity to approach it in a smart and wise manner. You're building foundations. I really love this. The founder, foundations and community. Like you're cultivating a whole new world for yourself is what I'm seeing. And that's why it's so important to build it strategically, to be mindful of who and what you're connecting with right now. What has been your block? What has been your obstacle in the past? It might be a person, but within that relationship, there's also patterning. And that's what needs to be looked at, because you're building something where it's asking you not to go back to those patterns or step back into those relationships, into those environments that are really going to bring you down. The diviner, divine timing, evaluation. You're tapping into this like new level of power is what I'm hearing with the diviner, because divine, like whether you are just really relying on your intuition right now, whether you're kind of going into a more holistic wellness, healing type field, this is really talking about this inspiring a whole new beginning, you know, and a lot of it is about where you put your time, your energy, your power, who you give that to. And I feel like you've been planting or have planted a seed for quite some time, and now it's starting to come to fruition, right? We see that seed on the card of the diviner, and it's really powerful. But you're still like a little tense, a little frustrated inside from this stuff, from what has happened. There's fear that it's not going to, you know, manifest, but you have some time, you have some space. So, you know, be with that. Really think through, really kind of evaluate where you want to put your time and energy, and then start pursuing that. There's a lot of positivity. There's a lot of strength in doing that today. It's cultivating something really beautiful for you. So thank you so much for your time and energy always. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Let me know if it resonated. Drop comments below. I love to hear. I love to also connect with you, share in a little love and TLC. I super appreciate all the love and support you bring to the channel. Please know I'm sending it back your way today.